Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today I'm going to show you some easy party foods that you can do on a budget, and you can do it if you are running out of time. So I am due here in about 3 days, so I tried to keep it easy on myself, but we are celebrating National Police Week. My husband's in law enforcement, and some of the significant others and I are making some food for them throughout the week. So I chose dip day, and I wanted to show you what you could do with that. Of course, everyone's going to have an allergy or maybe a preference to what they actually like. So I felt like I found a variety, and I'm excited to share these recipes with you. I know it's a little different for the channel, but I wanted to show you what I can do in the kitchen, and a lot of you know that I love cooking, so I can't wait to share these recipes with you. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Tori. I make motherhood and lifestyle videos 3 to 4 times a week, and I can't wait for you to be part of our little YouTube family. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, and without further ado, let's get right into the recipes. So I usually don't do a hot dip when I'm making little party platters here. Fun fact, I did want to do catering at one point in my life, and maybe I will still do it. I really enjoy making food for people. It's just one of my love languages, I guess. But my husband loves buffalo chicken, anything, and he had requested buffalo chicken dip. So that is what we're doing. I make mine a little different, and I'm always asked for the recipe, not bragging, but I'm excited about this one. I'm not too big of a fan, but you're going to start with a rotisserie chicken. It depends who you're serving, but essentially you need 2 to 3 cups of shredded chicken. And of course you could use a can of chicken, you can use baked chicken, whatever your heart feels, but I'm using rotisserie because I feel like it's seasoned perfectly for this dish. And then you're going to go in with a little bit of medium cheddar cheese. You're just going to shred that up, and I'd say I used about 6 ounces, and that was just because I didn't have the full 8 ounces because I used some for breakfast. So everything will be typed out in the description box for you if this gets confusing, but all you're going to do is shred that up, and then you're going to go in with some white cheese of choice. I like Monterey. I think this gives a good taste to the dip itself. And then this is optional, but I have these green onions, and I just add just a handful in here. It's mainly for color, but it does give a good flavor. You could also add dried chives, but during the springtime and really all year around, I love adding green onions to my windowsill and just regrowing them. They're so easy to do that. I did a sprinkle of garlic powder and a sprinkle of onion powder, and then some dill. You're essentially trying to make a ranch without buttermilk, and that is my, I guess, secret to this dish. You're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of blue cheese here, and you're going to put around 3/4 cup of sour cream, but of course you can add more if you want to. And then you're going to do a whole block of cream cheese. Hot sauce, we like Frank's Red Hot Sauce, and everyone really enjoys this because it's not too spicy, but it has that tang to it. If you are vegan, plant-based, I have made it like that before. I think Kite Hill has the best brand when it comes to cream cheese, and it works well with hot dips. And then instead of using chicken, obviously you can use whatever you want. If you're doing plant-based, I would suggest chickpeas, but that's up to you. And then when it comes to a shredded cheese, I haven't found one that I love in the vegan community, so you just skip that, just leave it out unless you found some that you like. So what I'm going to do is just mix this together cold, transfer it to my crock pot. I believe mine is a 3-quart here. I have all different kinds, but I wasn't serving that many people, so I'm going to transfer it to the crock pot. My husband will transport it cold, and then I have instructed him to keep it on warm for the day and stir it occasionally, and you're good to go. So that took around 5 minutes to make, and very easy to just put together without any instructions. So a simple recipe is what I was going for. And then from here on out, we are going to breeze through this because I honestly forgot that this was my day. I thought it was supposed to be on another day, and luckily I looked at the schedule. So I had about a half hour to put this all together, and I just went for it. So you're just going to put the remainder of that sour cream you didn't use for the buffalo chicken dip in a dish, and I am using the simple organic creamy dill dip, which essentially is a ranch dip. I like the organic because there's not too many terrible ingredients in there, but you could also use ranch powder for this. You could add a tablespoon of mayo, but honestly, this is just fine with sour cream. The whole packet calls for 2 cups, so I'm not using the entire packet. I will just season some chicken later with that packet, but so easy to serve with just some vegetables. I also grabbed a thing of hummus. You could also make your own hummus, but I didn't have time, and I served that with veggies for the non-dairy people. So I feel like this spread really covers all your bases when it comes to allergies. I was not instructed that there was any allergies, but I always try and be mindful, being an allergy kid myself. So I have multiple ways to work around that, and I think it's easier said than done. A lot of the time people panic, like, what are people going to eat? Honestly, allergy kids know going into potlucks like this that there might not be something for them. So I wouldn't panic, but this is very easy to do. So we have some bell pepper here. I have some carrots. I'm going to serve some cucumbers and celery. And then of course we have our classic crackers, pretzels. You could do bread with this if you wanted to, or if you want to go above and beyond, find something gluten-free for somebody, but this is always an easy one. I did want to suggest that you could do a meat and cheese tray, but I was just instructed to do dip, so I didn't want to go over the top with this. I have been told I do go over the top when it comes to parties and things like that. I have to blame my parents for that. They both loved cooking food for people, but my dad goes on these huge fishing and camping trips, and him and my uncle always love to cook. That's one of my favorite things to do when I go home. It's my favorite pastime, is listen to their banter in the kitchen. Sometimes they cook for, 40 to 50 people, and it's incredible to me what they come up with. So a lot of my menus and ideas that I have, timing in the kitchen, is based on what I've been taught, what I grew up on. So that was just a little background of why I enjoy preparing food. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I know my husband appreciates it, so it's something that brings me joy. Now I'm cutting the celery. I cut this in the beginning of the week, and I was just cutting the ends off of it. That's how I keep it fresh. I just cut it up and put it in some water, but I'm putting it into individual bags. Not the best for plastic, but I just needed something easy for my husband to do. So now I'm making a sweet protein pack dip here, and this was mainly for my husband because he enjoys this, but essentially it is peanut butter, cinnamon, a teaspoon of protein powder that I didn't show here, and a little bit of vanilla frosting. Is the vanilla frosting great for you? No, but I thought maybe some protein powder would keep these police officers just going for the day, and I just wanted something a little on the sweet side. So I ended up mixing this up and then topping it with dark chocolate. You can serve this with fruit, which is what I did, but graham crackers are a really good one to do here. I've also mixed in some oats and chia seeds and hemp and then rolled them into balls, and they just became little protein balls. So you could also serve it that way, but this dip is not too sweet, and you can eat a lot of it without getting too full. So it will keep you going if you are into something sweet for the day. So yes, I'm putting some dark chocolate on there and putting a seal on it. And I know the department, so I know I'll get my dishes back. But if you are unsure, I would suggest maybe just sending your significant other or yourself with some plastic containers just in case you don't get your Pyrexes back. But what I'm doing here is cutting up some apples, and then my secret trick to this is just to put some organic apple juice in here. I'd say about a cup, and then fill the rest with water, and they should stay fresh overnight. I've seen people leave them in the fridge for a week. I have not had success with that, but it essentially keeps your apples from browning. It does not work with lemon juice for me. Maybe it will for you, but this is a good way to transport it. Now I'm moving on to our fruit tray, and I'm just using strawberries, some watermelon, and some pineapple. I forgot to get blueberries. I wanted to make a blue line flag and be all fancy with it and make little cards, but it's just not the time, you know. I'm very due here with my pregnancy, so I just kept it simple. So this is my fruit tray. Of course, you can put some melon in here, but I have found that I always get melon back. I don't know about you. So here is what we have for the fruit.
Something's in the air. I can feel it everywhere. Every color seems to bloom, and there's light in every room. Now they're looking up. I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough, but now the sun is rising. I'm ready, people. Let's be new people. There's summer. Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down, down, down. I wanna be up, 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 so high. 'Cause I've been down, down, down. I've been down, so down, and now I'm done. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone got stories, so let's start listening. Let the rain wash away the tears that keeps crippling.
Okay, here's the final setup. In here, I just did some fruit with parchment paper. I don't like the plastic wrap with the fruit. I didn't want any moisture to get trapped in there, but a lid would be nicer. We just don't have one. So I thought it would be easy for my husband to take this just like this. And then over here, I have the veggie tray with the ranch dip. So we'll just put that in here. And I just have everything individually wrapped up. Bell pepper, celery, red bell pepper. I have carrots, and I have some cucumbers. And then we have those apples, and that's with the apple juice and water. And then for the crock pot buffalo chicken dip, super simple. He just needs to plug it in and keep it on warm for the day. And then over here, what we have is some things to dip in. So I have just some restaurant style tortilla chips. I have some of the garlic and herb pretzels. I also have some entertainment crackers. They have a bag of chips from the previous day. And down here, I have some salsa. I just did mild. And then I have the caramel. And then I also have that dessert dip that we did with some spoons. They have all of the extra stuff like plates, napkins, things like that. So I felt like this was easy. I feel like it's attainable, and especially being almost due here, it made my life easier. So I hope that was inspiring to you. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm really not. So this will be great. I was going to do some sourdough bread with the buffalo chicken, but I really think they have enough to dip in. So I can't wait to hear if everyone enjoyed it. But yes, this is the final setup. Alrighty, my friends, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed these recipes. Don't forget, everything will be typed out in the description box for you. Don't forget to let me know what your favorite thing to bring to a party is, and I will see you very soon. If I don't, you know where I'll be. Thanks for being here. Bye, y'all.